Hey everybody, Derek here to bring another video for The Walking Dead. Countdown to the start of Season 7. Just to give you guys a quick update, I have about 2 more weeks left until the bar happens at the end of July. And when the bar exam is done, I will be moving out of my apartment shortly thereafter. Once that is done, and when I'm at my new residence, I will begin uploading videos on a more regular basis as I won't have the test to study for. So I just wanted to give you that update. The wait is almost done. And what I want to do in this video, since there's another thing that's coming up, is Comic-Con. And as we know, each year at Comic-Con, the AMC and The Walking Dead, they come, they have a panel, and they introduce the trailer for the next upcoming season. And I anticipate that they are going to be doing that. There is going to be a panel, and I believe it's on July 22nd. And what I want to do is kind of give my predictions for what I think they're going to reveal in the trailer, as well as a couple of things that I hope they do that can maybe kind of form a compromise between the terrible Season 6 cliffhanger that has been plaguing us all summer and, you know, having us still look forward to Season 7 at the same time. If you are not caught up with The Walking Dead and you do not want to be spoiled in any way, then I would exit the video now and come back later, because otherwise you will be spoiled. Okay. So as many of you know, with the Season 6 cliffhanger that we were left off with, Negan obviously killed somebody from Rick's group, but we don't know who it was. And this makes the cliffhanger of this season more severe and more limiting on what AMC and The Walking Dead can do with their trailer without spoiling a lot. The last time something came close to this was Season 4, but it wasn't necessarily grounded and rooted so much in whether somebody was going to die or whether they were going to live. It was really, hey, look, they're trapped in a train car. We know they're going to get out of there, but how are they going to do it and what's going to happen afterwards? That's the part that they kind of had to, you know, work around and make the trailer kind of ambiguous with. But here, there's no way that they can get around that without doing one of two things. Either they don't show any scenes with any of the characters that were in the lineup, and they do a trailer with the other sources of the story, or they have to show some people, and if they do, then more likely than not, they're not dead. So what's AMC going to do, and what's The Walking Dead going to do? I think that's a big question, and honestly, I think it could go multiple ways, and it's really going to depend on what AMC wants, what The Walking Dead creators and the writers want. And, you know, I think in a sense, this trailer could be very, very important for keeping the hype going for Season 7, because I think that we're all looking forward to it. I know that many of us haven't stopped talking about the cliffhanger, but we do know that many of us were upset by that cliffhanger, myself included. I was a little disappointed that the show went that route. I understand why they did, and I can't necessarily blame them, but nonetheless, I do still feel quite bitter that I had to wait all this time, like you all have had to wait, to find out what happens. So, obviously, what can AMC and The Walking Dead do with this trailer? Because one possibility is we might only get scenes from the other sources of the story, that being Negan and the Saviors. It might feature a lot of them. The Hilltop, it's very likely we could see some scenes from there. The Kingdom, introducing Ezekiel, Morgan, and Carol. I think we're going to get some scenes with them for sure. Probably maybe Tara and Heath. They could throw a couple scenes in there with them. And then, of course, you could have scenes from Alexandria as well. And that could be the trailer. Let's be honest. There is a very good possibility that this trailer may not consist of Rick, Daryl, Carl, Michonne, Maggie, many other characters that we have come to know and love, and things that we look forward to seeing in the trailer, seeing what's going to happen with those characters. Very possible we're not going to see any of them. And I think that would be hard. I think it would be very, very difficult to create a trailer that we can, take and be like, oh, wow, season 7 looks awesome. We can't really take it that way without some of these characters. And I think it's going to be very hard to get the hype going again if you don't have any of them. But on the other hand, your hands are in a sense tied in that if you show Rick in this trailer, it means he's alive, more likely than not, unless, of course, the season 7 premiere or some of the episodes are going to feature flashbacks. That's something I thought about. Season 6, the premiere did that. There's been other episodes of the seasons that have featured flashbacks. And it's very possible we might get some kind of format for one of the episodes or maybe several of the episodes. I think that's very possible. And that would at least allow AMC and The Walking Dead to have these characters in the trailer. But on the other hand, it still doesn't feel the same. And would we be able to tell that these are flashbacks or not? Probably. And that's the thing. You can only have so much in there without making it seem like, okay, look, we know you're referring to something else here. Let's get past that, honestly. Which leads to the possibility that AMC could pursue two other options. One of which is that they might reveal a couple of characters in the trailer and confirm that they're not Negan's victim. I think that would be a very good thing for them to do, and honestly, I hope they do. I think that there are certain characters that you and I and the creators know that it wasn't going to be them. We know that Rick is not going to be Negan's victim. Let's be honest here. Rick is so central to the comic book plotline and the TV show plotline that if it was him, it would just completely ruin the show, in my opinion. So we know it's not going to be Rick. We also 99.99% sure know it's not going to be Carl either. Come on, that's just unrealistic as well, given the comic books, as well as just given the storyline as well of the TV show. So this could be AMC's way of, in a sense, making up, if you will, for the terrible effects of the cliffhanger that many of us have been feeling, the frustration, the anger, the suspense, the questioning. This could be a perfect opportunity for them to make up for that. To say, look, I know we left you guys with a very rough cliffhanger. Here's how we're going to make it up. Here are 3 or 4 characters in that lineup that we're going to feature in the season 7 trailer, and you're going to know that it's not them. So we're going to put Rick, we're going to put Carl, maybe even they could do, one of the minor characters like Aaron, discount him as the victim, and then maybe somebody else in the mix. So that maybe it could be somebody like Michonne, or it could be Daryl, or it could be Sasha, somebody else in the lineup that would indicate it's not them. So we're going to give you a little bit of a compromise. We're about halfway until October. The end of July is about the midway point. Then you have the whole month of August, the whole month of September, and then, of course, either the second or third week of October will probably be the premiere. This would be a way of them giving back a little bit by giving a little bit of a compromise, showing a few characters, including maybe 2 that we know are not going to be Negan's victim. And that would, in a sense, make up for what, we've been feeling. And I think that would be a good thing for AMC to do. Maybe some of you disagree. Maybe it's, hey, it's the cliffhanger. It is what it is. Get over it. And that's possible. I understand if you feel that way. I don't blame you. But I think it would be a good marketing tactic for them to do. So then that way people are getting on social media and going, whoa, it's not Rick. Hey, look, we saw Rick in the trailer. Whoa, what was that? And then it gives more of a hype and it brings back the speculation. So people will make videos like me. People will post on social media, get the hype going again and saying, look, hey, we know it's not this character, so there's a compromise. And I think that would be a good thing for them to do. And I hope they do that. But the other possibility, which I don't know if they would do this, I think it might be more trouble than what it's worth, but we can't take away the possibility that they might just do fake scenes with all of the characters. And then we're left to decide which of those scenes are real and which ones are fake. So that would be another way of getting around the cliffhanger, by basically showing every character afterwards and saying, hey, you know, look, we saw every single character in the trailer, so now how's that possible if somebody's going to die? Well, the way that they would do that is they would put fake scenes in there. So maybe it was Glenn who was the victim, but they would feature Glenn in a couple of extra scenes in the trailer, you know, maybe hugging Maggie or saying this isn't the end, or how's the baby? You know, they could throw in a fake scene that would make us wonder, like, whoa, hey, it's not Glenn, but then be like, wait a minute, everybody else is in the trailer. So something obviously isn't right here. Somebody is obviously dead, and they faked scenes. They've been known to include scenes in the trailer that don't come out the same way in the TV show when it premieres, as well as just getting rid of scenes. So times that I can think of, like in Season 6, in the Season 6 trailer, there were a couple of scenes where Morgan was talking to Deanna. Those didn't make the cut. Season 2 is another example. Apparently, they were going to take a different approach to Season 2, and then they abandoned it and went a different route. So quite a few of the scenes from Season 2 didn't even make the show because of that. So those were all scenes they recorded for nothing. And I think it's very possible that the show might take that route, that they might just make scenes with all of the characters, and then we're left to sit there and go, okay, which scenes are fake, who's actually not in them, and who was it from there. So that's the other possibility. But I think that for just to, you know, in a sense, be economical, as well as to, again, be the most appealing trailer, I think going with the option of providing a couple of characters like Rick and Carl being in the trailer, and revealing that they were not killed, doing it that way by just revealing a couple that are essential, I think would be a better tactic for them to use. And I hope they do. We'll see what happens. I'm looking forward to the trailer as always, and I'm looking forward to Season 7 starting. But the trailer is definitely a very big point for The Walking Dead and definitely keeps us excited for the premiere. So I really hope they don't let us down with this particular trailer just because of the cliffhanger. We'll see. Let me know what you guys think. Do you think they're going to take a certain route with the trailer? Do you think they're going to reveal a couple of characters that are alive? Or are they just going to make fake scenes? What do you guys think? Feel free to subscribe. I do have more videos coming. And if you have any suggestions for future videos that you would like to see, don't be afraid to suggest them. Have a very wonderful evening, and thank you very much for watching.